Hi guys, welcome to Live with Vi, and if you like what you see, subscribe. Hey guys, today I've got you something really special, and that's why I'm going live on a Monday at 7 o'clock, because what I have for you guys is my Reiki guru who's coming on live to tell us about smudging. A lot of you guys have asked me about the stuff that I smudge with, or what is smudging, and what is that dhoop that you're burning, or what is that smoke coming out, and how are you burning it, and what are you using inside it. So I use, smudging has been a part of my life always. We've always done dhoop in my mom's house. We've always done dhoop in whenever we've traveled to our, to Khandala or any of our houses. We've always entered the house and done dhoop. Dhoop is such a integral part of my life. My wedding, before the wedding mandap, we did dhoop on the entire place. My Masi and my mom make their own dhoops. They don't sell them though, but they make their own dhoops. And finally, my Reiki guru, Rukmini, started making these fantastic dhoops, which I use on an everyday basis. And that's why I have asked her to come on live today, because I did a live from my Mumbai account, which by the way we are live to shop at, and her dhoops are on our Mumbai page, which is www.mumbaipopup.in. You will find this antiviral guardian dhoop as well as the antiviral guardian balm there. But the reason I actually wanted to do a live with Rukmini is to explain to you why we need to do it and how we do it. I have so many messages in my inbox, and I keep sending Rukmini screenshots of messages of people asking me what to smudge, how to smudge, when to smudge. Can I smudge in the evening? Can I smudge in the night? Rukmini is on. I'm just going to send her a request. Hey Rooks, I've sent you the request. Just accept my request. Rooks, it's saying unable to send you a request. Vijay and Sons, can you check? I can't send you a request to join in. So yeah, I was talking about what to smudge with, when to smudge, how to smudge. Vijay, you'll have to talk to Rooks. Her Instagram is not allowing me to send her a join request. There you go. And so, I thought who better than the one who makes the smudges to talk about and tell us and educate us as to how and what and when to use. Uh, Basically, besides your house smelling amazing, the other advantage of smudging is it releases a lot of energy out of your house. It actually lightens the space for you. There's so many emotions attached to spaces. So many times you can go to a space and feel very heavy or dense, and you feel, trust me, after you smudge, even if in your own house, you actually feel the space clearing up. You actually feel the space opening up, and I think it's fantastic. Yeah, so once she has her Instagram is not letting me send her the request. She has to go back and log back in. It's saying unable to send the request. Yeah, Vijay, you're sending me a request. Okay. Uh, 1 second. Vijay, can I call you? Let me just call you. Because Rooks has to change some setting on Whitehorse. It's saying Whitehorse cannot accept the request. Okay, I'll send it to Vijay. I've sent the request to Vijay now. So I think Rooks will join from Vijay's account. Rooks, you might want to get out of Whitehorse and get back in. I might be able to send you the request then.
Hello.
Hi, lovely to see you.
So good to see
Sorry
you.
about my Instagram not allowing you to let
Brooks,
me in.
you want to try getting out of Whitehorse and coming back in again, because then the people who are following you on Whitehorse will not be able to see this.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So you want to
Uh,
try getting out of Vijay's thing, sign out of your Whitehorse Instagram account, sign back in. Okay. Maybe is Whitehorse following me, or
I
because
am.
yeah, but it's not letting me send you a request. It's
Okay.
saying cannot send unable to send Whitehorse a request. Do you want to go back out, or you're okay with doing on Vijay's? The only problem is people following on Whitehorse will not be able to see the live.
Got it. Okay. Let me try again. Okay. Let me try
Okay.
and get out again.
Otherwise, I'll send
Sorry.
it to Vijay and then we can
We
post
can
the
just do
link.
this. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. This is going to try logging in from Whitehorse. And so people, yeah, like I was talking about, this is the antiviral smudge I use for Vivansh. We smudge our house every single day with it. Oh, sorry, I smudge my vegetables. When my vegetables come, this is what I smudge my vegetables with. It's fantastic, especially in this season, not just to do with COVID, but also because we have malaria, dengue, and just to kind of clear the space, of all the bacteria that we've been having and listening about. I think it's fantastic. Hello. Wow, there's so many people joining in today. So yeah, since I had 1,000 messages from everyone talking and asking me about the smudge, I thought I should do a live on smudge. Hi, Aishu. Hi. Hi, Nishu. Hi, Ushma. And you guys can pick up this smudge on our Mumbai website that is on today. It's on for the whole week. And the smudge as well as the balm. This is the antiviral balm as well. Me and Vivansh put it every night on our feet and we wear socks. I posted about it and people have asked me about it, so I'm just mentioning it. But yes, it's available to buy on our page. We are live already. So you guys can go shop by the time Rooks joins us again. Guys, if you have any questions about smudging, about how to smudge, what to smudge with, when is a good time to smudge, you guys can write down your questions here. So as and when Rooks comes on, we can go through those questions. Hey Rohan, hi Ushma. I feel so funny doing a live on Monday. I usually do my live on Wednesday, and in the beginning of the week, I convinced Rooks, I bullied her into doing this live with me because, even though I smudge a lot, she's the best person to explain about this. Sorry, is my voice not clear? Is there a time lag? I'll just give Vijay a call. So the feathers that I smudge with or Rook smudge with, yeah, Vijay, she can't get on. She has to come on my page for me to be able to send her the request. No, it's saying unable to join. Whitehorse Healing Works unable to join. Has she put a privacy setting? No, I can't send her a request. I can send Sones, I can send you, I can send Nisha. It's saying Whitehorse Healing unable to join. I will do it on yours. Okay, okay. So just I'll do that. So we're not being able to log in from Whitehorse Healing. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get Vijay to come back on live with us. So yeah, Aparna, like I was telling you, hi. Firstly, um, uh, we we make the wands that we smudge with. My teacher teaches us how to make the wands. We make the wands, and we use them for the smudging. Yes, there are vessels. It's called dhupdans. No, we are not. Rooks, unfortunately, is not. I think she should start selling dhupdans as well. But we're not right now. White Horse Healing is only selling the smudges. We're not selling the dhoopdans. So the smudges are available. Yeah, Nisha, I've already told Rooks that she can't then post it on a page, but I will send the IGTV link to her. Hi, Rooks.
Hi, how are you? So
Very
sorry
good.
about all of this.
No worries. See, it's your intentions, na, Rooks?
Yeah. So tell me, what do you
Okay.
want to know about smudging?
There are already people who have sent questions about smudging. Also, I have sent you questions that people have sent me before. But I want to talk about especially the antiviral smudge right now because at this time this is the most important smudge. I smudge every single day with this. I smudge Vivansh with this. But I want to talk about what exactly is smudging. What are you doing to make the smudges? How can we smudge? Why should we smudge? What do we smudge in? So let's start
Okay,
off with that.
let me take that one at a time.
Yes.
So, as you know, Vaibhavi, I've been working with energy for many years now, as
Yeah.
far as Reiki and all of that is concerned. So, being highly energy sensitive, I began to realize that when I would go to people's homes or people would come for healing, they would, be carrying a lot of energy of depression or anxiety or anger or fear or even nazar. Nazar was a
Yeah.
big one.
Big one.
So for many years now, I've been using lobans and dhoops and smudges. Um, and I started realizing that I need to make my own smudges so that I could work with my own, students who come to me or my clients who come to me. So basically, what is smudging? Smudging is an ancient art where medicinal sacred herbs are used in a mix and burnt over hot charcoal. Okay,
Yes.
and it's generally done in a dhoopdan. I'll show you what a dhoopdan looks
I was
like.
just gonna say yes,
It
please.
kind of looks like this. Okay, and you can buy it at many places. All puja shops have it. Good Earth, this one which I just showed you is from Good Earth. And
Okay.
but every locality in India which has a shop that sells puja supplies will have dhoopdans, and they vary between 250 to 350 rupees, 400 rupees. That's what it costs, and it's generally made of brass. You sometimes
Okay.
get stone or ceramic dhoopdans. I prefer the brass ones though. They just
Any
and
reason
all the,
why?
it's just much easier. Most of them have a nice handle, which is far away, like a nice long handle. So if you look at the handle,
Yeah.
it really gives you, the ability to hold it firmly with a hot coal in it. You don't want to get burnt. You don't want to get hurt. It's, safer. So
Correct.
I tend to prefer to get the brass ones. So you take a mix of medicinal herbs, and when you light them on a burning charcoal, which you burn on our regular gas at home, you just put the charcoal on the gas, and it becomes nice and red in color and hot. Then you put that with a chimta like thing.
Yes.
This is what a chimta looks like. Okay, a small
Correct.
chimta, and you put it on. Take the coal and you put it into the dhoopdan, and you put a little bit of smudge on it. Now, what does that do when you do it? Let me just show you what the coal
I
looks
was
like.
just yes,
These are
but now
really good coal cups because they have a hole in the center. And when they have a hole in the center, it gives you the ability to put the smudge
put
in.
inside.
Yeah, I
But
like
we
this.
cannot use magic coal. Correct?
Yeah, do
We
not
cannot.
use magic coal.
Yes.
I really like this brand. It's available on, Amazon. Dhoopdans are also available on Amazon. So you can buy this, and then what a smudge does is the minute you set the intention before you start smudging. So how do you set an intention? You basically pray. So you connect to the earth, to God, and you just say that, God, please help me clear this space. Let it be purified, cleansed, and no different than a havan, really, right? A smudge is like a mini havan that you're doing yourself in your home to keep the energy really high and cleansed, basically. Just like that, in a havan, you need fire. Just like a
Correct.
havan, you need holy wood, holy herbs, right? Similarly, a smudge has a mix of many herbs in it. Smudging has been done all over the world. It's even today it's done in Philippines, in Burma, in Turkey, all over, you know, America. And in amongst the Native Americans, they used to use sage and a wood called Palo Santo or cedar wood. All of these are well known, you know, sacred woods. Even in India, we have sacred woods like peepal and
Correct.
neem, and we have tulsi and all of these. So once the smudge is lit like this, see, you'll see smoke coming out. Okay, I'm just going to show you. When you do that, you can put a little bit of, for example, right now I'd recommend the Guardian, because
Yes.
it's the antiviral season. This is what the Guardian looks like. Okay, and
Yeah, to see what it
it
looks
has
like.
a mix of about 30 medicinal herbs in it, and you just put a pinch like this.
Rooks, can you make that a little clear? Because we, oh yeah, now it's fine. We can see
Okay,
now.
so you just put a
So guys,
pinch
can you
like
see it?
this, and you'll see a really strong smoke coming out. And you just pray, you just say, please cleanse my space, protect it, keep it at a really high vibration. Let all the family members have extremely good health. Yeah. And then you walk from the outside of your house,
How?
basically, where, you know, if you live in an apartment building, then, you know, where the lift is, you start in that area. If you live in a bungalow, then you step outside on the main road and you walk in with this in your hand. And you can use your hand like this. If you, you know, I teach a smudging class in which I teach you how to make the Native American wand,
Wand.
which has feathers and, you know, crystals and all of that in it. But if you don't have that, that's fine. You can just use your hand like this. And for years, Aarti has been done in India with the hand pushing the smoke towards the person whose aura we are cleansing. And you walk into every room, including the bathrooms, the kitchen, of every corner. If you want to do a really thorough smudge, you can even open up the cupboards. You know, every single
So every
close,
corner has to be smudged, right?
every corner
Should
has to
be.
be smudged, and especially if you're doing it for the first time. The first time you do it as thoroughly as possible, where you open up every cupboard, every cabinet in the kitchen, and let the smoke enter in. Now, if you are familiar with, you know, like a mantra, like the Gayatri mantra or Om, or, you know, if you're Christian, then Our Father who art in heaven, any sacred holy mantra of your religion is, or even, you know, just chanting God's name, like if you're a Krishna Bhakt or a Buddha Bhakt, or even, you know, any God you feel connected to. However, the main thing is the intention has to be there to clear the
Yeah.
space, right? Once you set that intention, you walk into every space, you let the smoke enter, and you try and keep your windows open so that the, you know, the negative energy leaves
Goes
the
out.
space, right? The main thing is what affects our spaces. Nazar is one of the big things that affect our spaces.
So Rooks, if I do an
Unintentional,
antiviral smudge, it would even
right?
release a heavy nazar.
Well, the antiviral smudge will not release heavy nazar, but
But
others, for example, like say the Kuan or
yes.
the Kali smudge would. The antiviral smudge is such a powerful mix of Ayurvedic herbs that it will, you know, cleanse your entire bronchial system, your lungs, the back of heart. It strengthens it because it's got neem and tulsi and giloy and, you know, so many other sacred woods and herbs in India, that it basically creates like a shield, a protective shield around you that helps you fight you know, any kind of viral that could affect you in this viral season, because
Correct.
of, you know, the rains in many parts of India, etc., as well as Bombay, as well as COVID, of course. So it's really important to do this at least 3 times a week when you when you start to smudge, to to reap the benefits. You'll feel it in the first smudge itself, the shift in energy, the shift
Yeah.
in, positive vibrations in the house, etc. And your family will feel it too. You can even do this on a person in the family.
I've
And
smudged
even
Vivansh with the antiviral every day.
yeah, I smudge my children several times a week. And the beauty of a smudge is if you have had a fight or you've had an upsetting conversation or the home has been the witness of any kind of unhappiness, right? It could be like, interpersonal relationships in the house where people, even if you're not fighting out aloud, but you're sitting on
But
your
just
bed and you're
inside.
angry and you're upset and you're thinking again and again the same unhappy, negative thoughts, you're creating like a vibration of negativity and unhappiness in the space. So when you smudge, it's very important to smudge your bed, above your bed, and especially a part of the house which witnesses any member sitting there and being very unhappy for some time.
Correct. But is there
Yeah.
a specific time to smudge? Because so this people have asked me, oh, it's sunset. Can I smudge? Oh, I have my period. Can I smudge? Can I smudge a certain smudge at a certain time, or you can smudge at any time?
So you can smudge at any time,
Okay.
day or night. Okay.
Okay.
I highly recommend smudging during sunlight hours though, because the sun has its own energy that helps you clear a space. I'm sure everyone has entered a space which doesn't get too much sunlight
Yeah.
or, wind or the elements.
And
It
you
feels
feel.
completely different. Then it's more claustrophobic. You don't feel as happy in a space like that. Natural elements have a huge role to play in the energy of a space. So definitely smudge when you are in the daylight hours. However, having said that, there's nothing wrong in smudging at night. If you work
Okay.
all day and you don't have the time to smudge during the day and you can only smudge at night, it's better to smudge at night than not smudge at all, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and as far as your period is concerned, it doesn't get affected at all, unless of course you're uncomfortable and you're exhausted. Then I'd recommend not doing it during the period, only because it requires a certain amount of energy to be able to smudge, right? You need to be happy in a positive frame of mind yourself, and if you're cramping or uncomfortable, I don't recommend smudging. Wait for a few hours till you feel better and then maybe smudge.
But there's no connection of not being able to smudge if you
No,
have your
it's
period.
not like how, in certain parts of India, you're not allowed to enter a temple if you have your period. It's not like that at all. It's very much something that Indian women have done for centuries in their homes. And in fact, the tradition was always to smudge at sunset. As the
Yes.
sun went
You
down,
would set, you would start smudging.
you would start lighting the loban or the dhoop, and the women, especially in Calcutta and West Bengal, Orissa, all these belts Gujarat, would walk around with, they used to use coconut shells, a lot of them, empty coconut shells, and use the coconut fiber to light instead of charcoal. So it's been a tradition, it's been an ancient technique that has been used for generations in our country. So don't hesitate to do it even if you have your period.
Correct. So the thing is, the next, should we go through? Rux has just given me 20 minutes, guys. So I'm going to get to how many ever questions I can. How many times a week is it a good number to smudge?
I would say you can smudge every day. You can smudge several times a day if you wish, but a minimum
I smudge
number,
twice a day.
Yeah, a minimum number of times a week to smudge is 2 to 3 weeks at least, to have a really deep impact on the family and the home. So even if you find that you're stuck as far as finances, abundance, health, all of these things, smudges have a beautiful way of cleansing, clearing, and moving energy so that your family gets back into flow, the flow of abundance, the flow of all kinds of good, prosperous things coming into your home and life.
How does one smudge for Nazar?
You just have to set a very clear intention, right? Of what you want to do. So for example, if I'm taking off the nazar of my 13-year-old son or my 9-year-old daughter, before I start, when I'm lighting the coal, I'll kind of pray and I'll connect and I'll say that, please bless my child, please clear the energy that is affecting him negatively, clear any nazar that may be affecting him, And then I start smudging him. If you go to my Instagram page, I have actually posted a video on smudging my daughter, Meher, with the Guardian actually. And I've shown a detailed video on how to smudge your child or a family member or anything. So you generally take the smoke, into their aura, over their head, on the sides, like this. You basically hold it, like this, all over them, and all the way down to the feet and the back of their body
Back.
as well. And then you're done. And what you do when you're done with the ash, so the belief is that the plants are so holy that they absorb the negativity, the nazar, the energy from us, the negative energy from our space, from our children, from ourselves, and it's in the ash that is left. So to return this ash back to the earth is important. Don't just chuck it into a dustbin. Okay.
Yeah.
If you have access to, a garden in your building or anything, just put it into the earth back again. I have many students who have a pot of mud, with no plant in it, just a pot of mud that they keep, or a pot of sand that they keep, and they just put their smudge into that. That works beautifully.
So I do the pot of mud thing. Tushar gave me that idea because I used to put it in the garden, but it was not. I could see the patches getting a bit thing. So I have a pot of mud which I put the remains of the smudge in. Okay, sorry. Next question: is it similar? Is the smudge similar to incense or sandalwood? I'm guessing the question means is it the same thing as burning an incense or burning sandalwood?
So, incense used to be something that was made by the monks, okay? Handmade by pujaris or the monks. It used to be made in temples by the sevaks in the temple, and the high vibrations while they were saying the mantras, and they never used chemicals. They never used any, artificial fragrances, etc. It was all natural. They would, exactly how we make our smudges today, they would dry the herbs. They would, if you go to my Instagram page, you'll see so many pages of drying
Rux's Instagram page is White Horse Healing Works. Because she's not live from that page, you guys would not know. I'm just mentioning it. Go ahead.
Right. So if you go there, you'll see, my terraces of our building is covered with dried herbs, flowers, barks, all that, whenever we pluck it, right? So it had a very high vibration of, purity and intent when it was made in the temples and in the monasteries by the Buddhist monks. Even today, some of the best agarbattis in the world are made by Buddhist monks in all over the world, right? Unfortunately, what has happened is it has become a commercial enterprise now, and large companies have seen, that in Indian households, agarbattis are used a lot, and they fully commercialized it by using fake, essential oils are not real. It's all artificial and cheap. And so often, your eyes can even burn and water when you light agarbatti. That is an indication of the chemicals in it, right? So it has no intent of prayer in it. It doesn't have. So you have to set that intent when you light your agarbatti for your puja, etc. But and the same with sandalwood, right? Sandalwood is often sold in the Agyaris or the Parsi temples.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. You can totally, light those and pray with it and things like that. Camphor is another thing that, but use only Bhimseni camphor, the edible type, not the perfect round ones are absolutely fake with petroleum in it. So that actually does more harm to the bronchial system than it's shapeless pieces of Bhimseni camphor. You can light that on coal or just light it by itself and walk around the house with it. So yeah, it works beautifully. However, a smudge is slightly different because a smudge, you use only sacred herbs, okay? And everything about the making of a smudge process is a silent, extremely prayerful, sacred process. From even when we take a tulsi plant, okay, we ask the plant for permission. We water the plant, we have a bath ourselves, we do a puja, we light a diya to the tulsi plant, we say the tulsi mantra, and only when we feel that the tulsi seems to be okay with giving
To give.
herself through a smudge. We never pluck the entire plant. We only pluck a few leaves out of respect for the plant. So respecting earth, respecting nature, respecting the plants is a deep part of smudging. Okay, and the creation of a smudge, and this goes across the board for every single herb, bark, resin that we use. And then when we put them all together, we do it at astrologically auspicious times. So if I'm making a Kali smudge, it will always be at the time of the year when Kali Puja is happening, or making a Kali smudge is auspicious. Same with
Correct.
the Mahadev smudge, which is I make it around Mahashivratri, okay, which is the Shiv Bhagwan smudge. And there's so many mantras chanted, the Rudra mantra again and again and again, lakhs of repetitions while we're making it, only at a certain time of the day or night. And a smudge making process takes sometimes 8 to 10 days to create a smudge, right? And then when all the vibrations of it are ready and the smudge is absolutely ready, that's when we recommend that you start using it, and we sell it, right, on our website or whatever. So it's not it's an extremely spiritual process to make a smudge, and it is something that when we are sending a box of smudge to your house, this is the Navdevi for last year's Navratri, right? It's something where we invoke the 9 goddesses, we chant mantras for the 9 goddesses. So once that is complete and it comes into your home, it's such a high vibration thing that you do when you enter a space and you smudge it. You will feel it. People who have never smudged in their life have sent me messages saying they were crying. They saw images of the goddess. I get very, very humbled by the kind of messages I receive from people all over the country, because obviously the smudge making process doesn't come from me. It's an ancient art that is a lineage that is fully,
But you're channeling it, no, Rob?
Yeah, it is entirely being transmitted by the divine energy of the smudge that we're making, right? So even the Guardian, even though it is an antiviral smudge, it
changes the whole space.
Absolutely. It's we were guided by Archangel Michael. That's why Archangel Michael is on the box, and Archangel Michael is the protector of human beings. It basically, he gets rid of any evil or negativity in a space, including, nazar. But more importantly, the intent of the Guardian was as an antiviral to protect you against COVID and this viral season, right? So,
right.
So that's what a smudge is, and how, a little glimpse of behind the scenes of what happens when you make a smudge.
So do we have more time for questions? It's 7:30. Do you want to take a couple more questions?
Sure.
Okay. Next, you tell me when you have to go.
Sure.
Yeah. So the next question is, how do we know that that can smudging a person cause them to feel sick, nauseous, if they're releasing negativity, or is it completely unconnected?
Well, in certain cases, I have seen myself when someone has very strong nazar or very strong, intentional negative energy put on them, the release process of that energy coming out can cause, nausea or make you feel a little ill. I've known people who release toxins by, it could be in the form of diarrhea a few times or vomiting. But it's always just in the first or second smudge that you have a physical body reaction like that. It won't happen every time you smudge, and it only happens till that kind of strong negative energy is
around.
In or around you. Yeah.
Next question. If there is a lot of smoke, does it mean there is nazar? What is the relation of nazar and smoke, Rox?
So you know, the smudge has a tendency to show because the herbs are so powerful and so divine in nature, and all the mantra work that is done, you know, of whether it is like I said, the Rudra mantra or the Gayatri mantra, whatever is recited on it, empowers the smudge. It makes it um, you know, sort of have certain divine abilities in it, right? So
Okay.
it can show you if there is, you know, something very negative in someone's space or in a body that is trapped, because the smoke will thicken there. So you could be
Okay.
walking around your house and the smoke will seem reasonably thin, and in one part of your house the smoke will suddenly thicken, you know, very strongly. And so you'll know that, you know, there is a lot of trapped negative energy there. So you can, you know, smudge there a little more, keep the bharni of, you know, the smudge dhupdan in that corner for a longer time, and send the smoke in there till you notice that the smudge smoke thins on its own, right? And that's
Okay.
when you know it's managed to release it.
So you continue smudging that space till you also feel a lightness with your smoke on with your dhoop coming
Absolutely.
up.
The smoke is the greatest indicator of what's going on in a person's body or in their home. And you will be able to see it yourself. I've smudged people who, you know, have a earache, and when they came in, they didn't tell me they had a earache. And the smoke became so thick around the ears. And I'm like, do you have pain in your ears right now? Is there a problem there? They're like, yeah, I've had, you know, blocked ears for 3 days now with a very bad cold. And the smoke shows you. So it's very beautiful in that way.
Okay, next question. Can we, I don't, that's the complete no, but can we flush the smudge remains? Means the
No,
ash.
never, never, never. Please don't flush it. Please just always return it to the earth or any natural element. So if you have a water body near your home or the ocean near your home, it's absolutely okay to put it into the ocean. Okay. But I would highly recommend putting it into the earth. The earth has a way of cleansing and purifying even the ash that has the negativity in it.
Okay, so the simplest thing and the easiest thing to do is take a pot of mud. I think that's worked brilliantly for me.
Right.
Which smudge can be used on an everyday basis?
So you can use the Guardian. It's a beautiful smudge
Yeah.
right now. Um, uh, Actually, I most of my smudges are out of stock, but a lot of them are going to come back in the
I'm going to
next.
get my smudges. They're right here. I want to show them.
Okay, you do that. But yeah, so you know, the Guardian is a good one to use 3 or 4 times a week or every day. If you have the ability to smudge every day, there's nothing like it. That's the Kali, of course. That's
That's
the
the
Isis.
Kali.
Yeah. So
This is the Isis. This is my favorite, the Kuan Yin.
Onion
Yes,
is a
sorry,
beautiful
God.
smudge for
Yes, it is.
blessings and prosperity, and you know, you want abundance to come into the house.
And when
Uh,
you want to feel light, for me, Kali
yeah,
smudge is a very strict smudge. She really
yeah.
expects a lot out of me. And when I do the Kuan Yin, it's actually like sitting in a kind lady's lap.
Yeah, because Ponyan is, Shakti's energy, is Parvati's energy, is Tara's energy. It's the goddess, mother goddess's energy of love and kindness. And it's a beautiful smudge to use in a house where there's just been a big fight or a big problem.
Someone's asking about the Guardian oil. Can the Guardian oil be used to smudge? No, you can't
No,
use the
no, no.
Guardian.
No,
Yeah.
the Guardian oil is to be put onto your pulse points and behind your ears, and it is inspired by an oil made in Europe called the thieves' oil, which was used by thieves in Europe actually during the plague. And these thieves would rub this mix all over them, and then sort of go into people's homes and rob their homes, and they never got the plague, and the police couldn't understand it. And finally, when they captured them, they asked them, how is it that you never managed to get the plague? And they shared the recipe, and as a result it became really famous, and it's called the thieves oil after them. And it's actually a mix of several herbs and oils that are highly antiviral and boost your immune system. So that cannot be smudged with. You have to put it on the body as an antiviral protection.
Okay, should we take the last question? I think that question has been asked over and over and over again. Can I smudge myself and how?
Of course, you can smudge yourself. Very simply, the exact same way you light the coal, you put it in the dhoopdan, and you set a clear intention of why you want to smudge yourself, because you feel that there are blocks, there are abundance blocks, there is any kind of nazar, you're just feeling stuck, whatever it is. Ask and pray for that particular intention to be healed and released from the body. And you then just hold the dhoopdan. You start always from the crown.
Yeah.
You circle your crown, okay? And then you take it to the side of your head like this. You take it to your eyes, your nose, open your mouth, inhale some of the, the smoke, take it down your body, like this, all the way down to your feet. And when you're done with your feet, you even hold it at your back like this and just intend for the smoke to cleanse your entire back. And hold it till you just have a knowing that it's been done quite thoroughly. And then you take it out and you wait for the coal to cool down and you just empty it into the earth. That's it. It's very simple.
Thank you, Ruth. This is very simple. Yes, just a couple of things. All her smudges are available on whitehorsehealingworks.com. The Guardian smudge, which is the best smudge, which I use every day, is live on our mombaypopup.in as well. I'll be posting both the links. Yes, this IGTV will be saved and will be posted. Thank you, Rux, for doing this.
Thank you so much.
Again.
Of you. Thanks, Vaibhavi.
Thank you so much.
Bye, darling.
Bye. See you.
Bye.
Hey guys, thank you for logging into Live with Vi. Subscribe to see more videos.